icebreaker, and he will be talking about how in the world he ended up in Winter Park. Stepping outside of his comfort zone has led to him to Toastmasters. He joined Toastmasters to push himself to become a better orator and storyteller. Please welcome Toastmaster Nick Branka.
Thank you all. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Walking off the graduation stage a year and a half ago from the FGCU University, yes, the Dunk City, circa 2013, if you follow along at home from March Madness. I will not tell you any stories about what happened on those nights, because I'll just plead the fifth, I promise. Walking out of graduation with diploma in hand. Actually, they don't even give you diploma when you graduate. You're just walking out with a padfolio, and they send you your diploma 5 months later. It's kind of useless. It's just an empty little slot. So it's a little frustrating at that point. But walking out, you have this little nervousness, excited feeling of what's coming up next. Where am I headed? Where does my future lie? And for me, I had just sent out 76 resumes over the past month, trying to figure out where I was going to be. I had littered the Tampa area, the Fort Myers area, and Orlando area, trying to figure out where I was going. Luckily, the day after I graduated, I received a phone call from a financial services industry in Tampa. So I went next week, had an interview, landed the job, started working there 2 weeks later, and as soon as that happened, I thought, man, this is great. I'm on a path, I'm learning, I just had a finance degree, I'm in the finance field, but lo and behold, it's not really where I wanted to be. So a couple months in, I'm working, and it's tough because I'm supposed to have one-on-ones with my managers. I'm supposed to be new to the firm, or new to the team, the company, and I just didn't feel like a part of the crew. So as soon as that happened, I realized that I needed to make a change. And in this change, I knew that I wasn't getting the extra learning that I needed from this company. So I decided to take that upon myself to learn on my own. So I was living at my parents' house at the time, which is an hour south of Tampa. So I had an hour drive to work and an hour drive back home. And in that drive, I started listening to podcasts, listening to books, trying to better myself along the way. And with this change of not wanting to be in the financial services side of finance, I decided that I wanted to be in the corporate side. And literally my prayers were answered a week later, getting a phone call from who is my best friend's mother, Cheryl, saying, hey, we might have a job for you. Please come in if you're interested. And I was trying to hold back my excitement the whole time. I was like, yes, please, let me go. So I ended up getting there, get the job, land that. I'm on my way to this next point in my life. End up in the operations finance of the corporate side of a smaller company, data software company. This is perfect. This is where I can live out my dream. I can learn and grow all throughout this company in all facets. While I still continued my learning while I was there, I still had my hour or two, an hour back from drive. I'm still continuing my learning through these podcasts. And I ran into a podcast by one of my favorites is by Tim Ferriss. I don't know if any of you know him, but I listened to him. He has guests like Ray Dalio, Tony Robbins, and Richard Branson. So a couple of big names, taking out the routines and tactics from those guys, so I'm trying to implement those in my own life. Through that, I ended up buying the 4-Hour Workweek book that Tim Ferriss has made about 7 years ago or so. And in that book, he has routines, because who doesn't want to work 4 hours a week and still get paid, right? So I was like, where's the hack here? Where am I going? So I really wanted to learn to see what he had to offer. And in there was a little work from home spot. And I was like, man, this would be really awesome to give myself a little work from home. So I initially implemented this plan January. I had just started the job in November, so I implemented the plan in January after I finished the book, and I started asking for a day here from home. Got it granted, a day here from home randomly, and then outperforming while I was home. So she had no excuse to say no when I had my ultimate ask later on. The implementation of this plan was germane. If I had messed up working from home, my whole plan would have crumbled. And with that, I was able to come June 14th to go in and ask Cheryl and say, hey, I am moving to Orlando. I am moving with one of my best friends there. We're going to sit there and push each other. We were on this knowledge train together of always wanting to grow and to better ourselves. And in that journey, I ended up here at Toastmasters, which I didn't even think I would actually be in a year and a half ago. And I ended up at the SAC Improv Club in downtown Orlando, and I'm taking improv classes. So I'm down there, I'm really pushing myself right now outside of this comfort zone while I'm able to actually work from home, which is completely crazy. And I want to leave you with this last thought, is that from one of my favorite public speakers, Les Brown, if you do not risk, you cannot grow. If you cannot grow, you cannot be your best. And if you cannot be your best, you cannot be happy. And if you can't be happy, what else is there? For those of you who do not know me, my name is Nick Branka. Thank you.